All right, we are now joined by forward turned left back Chioma Bogagu. Chi, can you just kind of give us your general thoughts on tonight's game?
I think we came out pretty strong, executed the game plan, which was tough because obviously with the Tournament of Nations we had a lot of players out, as did they. But I think given the circumstances, our team handled it pretty well. It's tough because it kind of feels like a loss as we were up and gave away kind of a weak goal, in my opinion. But, we have 3 games this week, so getting a point is a positive, and hopefully we can keep building off of this.
Open up to questions. Start with Mike.
Tom Sermani, he said today that when you were played at left back that you were a little bit apprehensive when you were told that you were going to play in that position, and he doesn't think that you ever played in that position before, but he did praise you, saying that you played well, you had some good passes and defended well. I guess what was your overall thoughts on just playing that position, and how do you see that as a challenge if it were to come again next week?
Yeah, I've never played there in my life. So I think if I was apprehensive, it was because of that. But I understood that it's what the team needed. Steph, who's great for us game every week, obviously put in 3 90s in a week. So I understood the reason for the switch. And once I kind of wrapped my head around that, it was time to just do something that was bigger than me and do it for the team, and try to play to the best of my ability. And if it happens again, if a situation arises, at this point, I'm just really hungry for playoffs, and whatever we have to do and whatever we need to do to get 3 points every game, I'm willing to do.
Go over to Augie.
Last week in training, Danny and Tony said that you guys were doing some individualized work in preparation for this weekend's game. What were some things that you were personally working on?
Shooting. So that's funny because at the time I thought maybe I was going to get more minutes up top because it was before the Tournament of Nations. So I actually stayed here doing the break and worked with our trainer on finishing. So that's funny. But yeah, our training was good because we had less numbers, so everyone was getting more touches, more repetition. So I thought the crew that stayed here, we didn't skip a beat. And I think that's why when the players who were gone came in, in my opinion, we played a good game today. We just got to do the little things right for 90 minutes, not just 60 or 70. But like I said, we still got a point, so it's a positive.
Go to Lewis here, and then to Victor.
You mentioned that you're hungry for the playoffs. Now it's another result, not 3 points, but 8 games remaining, 9 surmountable. What do you think needs to happen, especially these home games coming up, to start getting these results?
Yeah, shutouts. I think the last time I looked at the standings, we're top 3 in goals for, which is great, but we're top 3 in goals against. So it's really tough to win games if you don't have that 0 in the scoreline, especially in this league where there's little disparity between the first team and the last team. So that's why it was really tough when that goal went in, because I think obviously if we keep that shutout, we get 3 points today. But the good thing is we have, like you said, 8 games left, and a lot of them are against the teams that are ahead of us. So it's a good opportunity for us to steal points and catch our way up to top 4.
Go to Victor.
Chi, how did you kind of prepare for playing a position that you've never played before?
So I usually play in front of Steph. So Steph's a great player, and I watch the Tournament of Nations and stuff. So there's been a lot of football on in this weird summer break with the international tournament on the men's side. So I've been watching Marcelo and Real Madrid, Steph, like I said. But at the end of the day, the game's football. So I'm very familiar with what's asked of each position. Yes, it's a little different when you're actually doing it, but I try not to think and just play freely, and hopefully I did okay.
Any other questions? Victor? Got more?
During this week, obviously, Tournament of Nations players are gone. Maddie Evans got her 3rd start tonight. Second-year Pride player, Coach Sermani said that usually she's a perennial starter for any other NWSL team, but obviously this season a little bit more difficult to kind of get in that lineup. How significant was she to kind of in preparation for this game during this weekend training for you guys? Maddie's
great. Maddie's a great person, first off, and she's a great teammate, and her work ethic is unbelievable because it's tough knowing when there's a lineup and it's consistently being used and you're not in it, it's tough, especially when you know you're capable of playing, but maybe what the coaches want to put out that week doesn't have you in it. But Maddie always is positive and always stays ready, and I think it speaks volume of her character of how this is her third start, but like today she looked like she'd been playing for us all season. That's really hard to do, and stay ready, stay fit. You're always doing extra. She never complains. She's always positive at practice, so we're really happy to have her as a teammate.
Okay, thank you, Chi.
Thanks, guys.